Once upon a time, in the heart of Paris, a child named Frédéric Arnault was born into the golden cradle of luxury, power, and unmatched privilege. As the son of Bernard Arnault, the emperor of the LVMH empire, Frédéric's destiny seemed to be intertwined with the world's most exquisite luxuries. The glow of elegance and fame surrounded him from the very beginning. But behind the dazzling facade, there was a boy with dreams, insecurities, and a deep longing for something genuine and real. Frédéric was the third of 5 children in the Arnault dynasty. His siblings Delphine, Antoine, Alexandre, and Jean were more than just family. They were co-inhabitants of a world that only a few could ever understand. The Arnault children grew up in a home where diamonds, champagne, and runway models were just the backdrop to their everyday life. Yet, Frédéric always felt a little different from the rest. While his siblings chased the allure of the business world, Frédéric found solace in the subtle intricacies of technology and music. He had a mind that craved to invent, to create something that wasn't just material. But he could never escape the shadow of his father, a man whose name alone commanded more power than most could ever dream of. Growing up, Frédéric attended some of the world's most prestigious schools, places where the rich mingled, and life seemed like a never-ending stream of parties, private jets, and exclusive events. But beneath the opulence, Frédéric was haunted by the expectations placed on him. The pressure to live up to the Arnault name was crushing. Every glance, every whisper reminded him that he was more than just a boy. He was the heir to an empire, a symbol of wealth and success. Despite this, Frédéric wasn't all business. Beneath the suits and silk ties, he was still a young man looking for someone who could see beyond his last name and into his soul. That someone entered his life in the most unexpected way, a girl who wasn't from his world at all. Her name was Lisa Monobin, known to the world as Lisa from Blackpink. She was everything Frédéric wasn't used to: free-spirited, down-to-earth, and fiercely independent. Their love story was like something out of a modern fairy tale. Lisa, with her roots in Thailand and her global K-pop fame, brought a whirlwind of energy into Frédéric's life. Their paths crossed at a high-profile event in Paris, one of those glamorous nights where the world's biggest names rubbed shoulders, and the cameras never stopped flashing. But amidst all the noise, when their eyes met, there was an instant connection. Frédéric had never met anyone like Lisa. She was not just beautiful, but also full of life, laughter, and passion. She wasn't impressed by his family name or the empire he was supposed to inherit. She saw the person behind the title. For the first time in his life, Frédéric felt like someone understood him for who he was, not what he represented. Lisa became his anchor in a world where authenticity was rare. And for her, Frédéric was a breath of fresh air in an industry that could sometimes feel suffocating. Their relationship, however, wasn't without challenges. The public eye, especially with Lisa's global fame, never left them alone. Paparazzi followed their every move, and rumors swirled around them constantly. The whispers from the fashion world, the K-pop fandom, and even those close to Frédéric's family were relentless. She's not from our world, some would say. He's too serious for her, others would claim. But their bond remained strong as they found comfort in each other amidst the chaos. Frédéric and Lisa's love story became a secret oasis, hidden behind the curtains of public life. They traveled the world together, exploring hidden gems away from the cameras. From the beaches of Bali to the streets of Tokyo, they lived their love quietly, without the need for validation from the outside world. Frédéric, for the first time, felt free from the pressures of his empire, his family's expectations, and the constant need to prove himself. But even the most beautiful love stories have their shadows. Frédéric's father, Bernard Arnault, was not easily convinced by the idea of his son being romantically involved with a global pop star. To Bernard, everything was calculated, every move a strategic one. And while he didn't doubt Lisa's talents or her success, he couldn't help but see the potential complications her world could bring to theirs. The Arnault family, after all, was a dynasty built on tradition and power, and Bernard was hesitant to let anything jeopardize that. Frédéric, torn between his love for Lisa and his loyalty to his family, found himself at a crossroads. He knew that being with Lisa meant stepping away from the carefully crafted path that had been laid out for him. Yet, the thought of losing her was unbearable. For the first time in his life, Frédéric had to make a choice not as the heir to LVMH, but as a man. The scandals didn't stop at their relationship. As Frédéric took on more responsibility within LVMH, his leadership came under scrutiny. The media loved to stir controversy, and every move he made was dissected. Some claimed he was only in his position because of his last name, while others whispered about potential missteps in his decisions. The luxury watch industry, where he had staked his reputation with Tag Heuer, was unforgiving. Any perceived mistake could make headlines. Still, Frédéric handled these storms with grace, though it weighed heavily on him. Lisa, too, had her own share of struggles, facing relentless pressure in the K-pop industry. Together, they were each other's refuge. When the world became too much, they would escape to their private havens, whether it was a cozy villa in the south of France or a quiet corner of the bustling streets of Seoul. As time passed, the world began to accept their love story, and it became clear that Frédéric wasn't just another heir to a fortune. He was a visionary in his own right, a man who balanced the weight of his family legacy with the delicate beauty of love. Lisa and Frédéric's relationship grew stronger with every passing year, proving that even in a world dominated by wealth and fame, love could still be real, raw, and transformative. In the end, Frédéric Arnault's story wasn't just about luxury and power. It was about a boy who grew into a man, navigating the pressures of an empire and the chaos of the public eye, only to find that his greatest treasure wasn't something that could be bought or inherited. It was the love he found in Lisa, the one person who saw him for who he truly was. Their story continues, a tale of two worlds colliding and creating something magical, proof that even amidst the glittering facade of fame and fortune, love can still shine the brightest.